Welcome to Touring Globe. Here is a much longer and detailed list of the oldest nations on our planet. 1. Egypt. Egypt is often regarded as the cradle of civilization. It was unified around 3100 BCE by King Narmer, also called Menes, beginning the first dynasty of ancient Egypt. With its grand pyramids, elaborate burial rituals, and a complex system of governance, Egypt became one of the greatest ancient empires. It influenced religion, architecture, and mathematics. Egypt maintained cultural identity even through Persian, Greek, Ptolemaic, Roman, Arab, and Ottoman rule. Today, it proudly identifies with its ancient roots, blending Pharaonic, Islamic, and modern Arab heritage. 2. Iran, Persia. The region of Iran has been continuously inhabited by complex civilizations since at least 3200 BCE, starting with the Elamites. In 550 BCE, Cyrus the Great established the Achaemenid Empire, which stretched from Greece to India. Persia influenced global history through its governance, architecture, art, and philosophy. Though conquered by Alexander the Great and later Islamized, the Persian language, identity, and cultural pride have endured. Iran remains one of the oldest civilizations with a living cultural lineage. 3. China. China's recorded history begins with the semi-legendary Shah dynasty, century 2070 to 1600 BCE. The Shang and Zhou dynasties brought formalized systems of writing, governance, and philosophical schools such as Confucianism and Taoism. China developed as a bureaucratic empire with remarkable technological achievements. Despite dynastic changes, foreign invasions, and revolutions, China maintained a consistent cultural, and today's People's Republic of China views itself as the inheritor of this 5,000-year-old legacy. 4. India. The Indian subcontinent hosted one of the world's earliest urban civilizations, the Indus Valley Civilization, flourishing around 2500 BCE. The Vedic period, circa 1500 BCE, introduced the roots of Hinduism. Over centuries, India saw the rise of powerful kingdoms such as the Maurya, Gupta, Mughal, and various regional empires. Despite British colonialism, India's spiritual, linguistic, and philosophical traditions persisted. Modern India continues to reflect the continuity of its ancient heritage. 5. Greece. Greece traces its history to the Mycenaean civilization, century 1600 to 1100 BCE, followed by the Classical Greek period, which birthed democracy, philosophy, and art. While Greece was later absorbed by the Roman and Byzantine empires, its language, culture, and Orthodox Christian identity helped preserve continuity. Even under Ottoman rule, Greek communities retained a strong national consciousness. Modern Greece was established in the 19th century but stands on a foundation over 3,000 years old. 6. Japan. Japan's imperial lineage dates back to 660 BCE with the legendary Emperor Jimmu. The Japanese monarchy is considered the oldest continuous hereditary monarchy in the world. Although the country was isolated for long periods, Japan developed a unique and enduring culture centered around Shinto beliefs, Buddhist traditions, and samurai governance. It successfully modernized while preserving its identity. Japan remains one of the most historically consistent nations. 7. Ethiopia. Ethiopia's history stretches back to the Kingdom of Diamd, circa 980 BCE, and later the Aksumite Empire, which was one of the first major empires to adopt Christianity in the 4th century. Ethiopia maintained its independence through centuries, with only a brief Italian occupation in the 20th century. It has preserved its own script, ge'ez, calendar, and Orthodox Christian heritage, making it a uniquely enduring African civilization. 8. San Marino. Founded in 301 CE by Saint Marinus, San Marino claims to be the world's oldest existing republic. It has remained independent for most of its history, nestled in the mountains of central Italy. Despite being surrounded by powerful empires and modern Italy, San Marino has retained its constitution, governance structure, and historical integrity. 9. France. While modern France evolved over centuries, its roots can be traced to the Frankish kingdom and the Treaty of Verdun in 843 CE, which divided Charlemagne's empire. France became a dominant power in medieval and modern Europe. Through monarchy, revolution, and republics, the French state has maintained a strong cultural identity based on language, art, and Enlightenment ideals. 10. Armenia. Armenia's history dates back to the ancient kingdom of Urartu around 860 BCE. It was the first nation to adopt Christianity as a state religion in 301 CE. Armenia has withstood invasions, genocide, and exile, yet preserved its unique alphabet, church, and national consciousness. Its cultural survival is one of the most remarkable in history. 11. Georgia. The Caucasus nation of Georgia emerged from the ancient kingdoms of Colchis and Iberia, with roots going back to at least 1200 BCE. Christianity became the state religion in the 4th century. Despite being ruled by Persia, Byzantium, and Russia at various times, Georgia preserved its language, faith, and national character. 12. Vietnam. Vietnam claims origins from the semi-mythical Hong Bang dynasty, said to have begun in 2879 BCE. Historically ruled by Chinese dynasties for over 1,000 years, Vietnam eventually gained independence and established powerful kingdoms like Dai Viet. The Vietnamese language, Confucian culture, and resistance movements highlight its enduring identity. 13. Israel. Ancient Israelite kingdoms existed around 1000 BCE, notably under Kings David and Solomon. Despite destruction, exile, and diaspora, Jewish identity survived through religion and shared memory. The modern State of Israel was re-established in 1948, reviving Hebrew and linking the contemporary nation to ancient biblical history. 14. Korea. Korean tradition traces its origins to the founding of Gojoseon in 2333 BCE by Dangun. Over the centuries, Korea developed unique cultural elements including Hangul, its writing system, a strong Confucian and Buddhist heritage, and a centralized monarchy. Despite invasions and division into North and South, Korean identity remains deeply rooted. 15. Turkey. Modern Turkey was founded in 1923, but the land of Anatolia has a long history with civilizations like the Hittites, Phrygians, Greeks, and Romans. It later became the center of the Byzantine and Ottoman empires. While the Turkish identity is newer, it builds on a millennia-old cultural and political foundation. 16. Iraq, Mesopotamia. Home to the world's first urban civilization, Sumer, around 4000 BCE, Iraq is often called the birthplace of civilization. It hosted the Akkadian, Babylonian, and Assyrian empires. 17. Israel-Palestine, Levant region. This region has seen the rise of Canaanite, Israelite, Philistine, and Phoenician civilizations. Jerusalem has been a spiritual center for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam for over 2,000 years. Though the modern political entities are recent, the land's historical and cultural significance spans millennia. 18. Lebanon, Phoenicia. The coastal cities of ancient Phoenicia, such as Tyre and Sidon, were centers of maritime trade and alphabetic writing as early as 1500 BCE. Modern Lebanon's identity draws heavily from its Phoenician, Roman, and Arab past. Despite conflicts, its cultural lineage remains visible in language, religion, and heritage. 19. Bulgaria. The First Bulgarian Empire was founded in 681 CE, making it one of the oldest continuously named European countries. Bulgaria has maintained its Slavic culture, Orthodox Christianity, and national identity through centuries of Ottoman occupation and communist rule. 20. Thailand, Siam. Thailand's recorded history began with the Sukhothai kingdom in the 13th century, but earlier kingdoms like Dvaravati date back to the 6th century. Thailand has never been colonized, preserving its monarchy, religion, Theravada Buddhism, and cultural identity. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe. See you in the next video.